Hello. Happy Monday. It's Photo Blab. Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing all right. We got Tim here, and we got Steve, and we got Dwayne. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Ooh, that's a cool shot. So, yeah, what you guys been up to? I got a bit of news. Hey, Sandy, how are you? My news is that I actually now am officially for real, going to be going to WPPI. Like, officially for real. I was waiting for my contract situation to get all worked out. I'm not going to go into the details of that whole thing. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but I am going to WPPI. I'm going to be in Las Vegas at the end of this month, which is pretty exciting. Mark,
don't mind me munching in the background. Dinner
yeah,
was late, so I'm kind of finishing off. So,
yeah. So Mark's chowing. How's your week been, Mark? And how's everybody else's week been? Let us know in the chat what you're up to.
my week's been good. I spent some time on the weekend fixing my dryer, but not that that's exciting or anything like that. But but
Very exciting.
yeah, exactly. And I was actually just today got hold of a neighbor, not really a direct neighbor, just down the road, like 5 minutes down the road, and was talking to her. And apparently on their farm they have a bunch of old farm equipment that's sort of back in the middle of nowhere. That I might take a little hike back there to see what all there is, see if there's any photo opportunities back there.
That sounds pretty good. There's some folks near-ish to me that have a farm, and I sort of have an open invitation to go out there and do photo shoots. But I haven't. The last time I was going to go was like 3 or 4 years ago, and then some emergency came up, and I couldn't go. We had a whole group of people that was going out, a bunch of models, a bunch of photographers. I couldn't go because an emergency came up. Everybody else went, and then I've never gone back. So, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm actually thinking what I might do, depending on what all is actually out there, is I might actually see maybe doing some nighttime photography, like get some stars in the background and maybe do some light painting on whatever said object I can find. Because I'm watching one guy on YouTube. He's from Australia.
Okay.
And he does that sort of stuff, and this is pretty damn cool, the stuff that he's doing. So I thought maybe I'd give it a try just to see.
Yeah, light painting is a lot of fun. It's challenging, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a guy fairly local to me, about a half an hour away or so, John Hartman, and he's been doing, or well, at least last I saw anything that he was doing a lot of light painting stuff. Pretty cool, like cars and airplanes and stuff. Really cool looking stuff.
Right.
All right, so let's say hello to Ash, who's joined, and Roderick is here, and Steve. Is Maya hanging out with you too? If so, hey Maya, how's it going? We've got the share room open, you guys, so if you want to share photos, whether you just want to share a cool photo that you have shot recently, or you've got a photo that you need some feedback on, or a situation that you're trying to shoot better, go ahead and use the share room. I will post that link in the chat once again. Hey, Kim made it too.
Yeah, and they can also post links, like someone wants to show their
Instagram or a website.
Like yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever the case is, and then we can copy it into the regular chat here.
That is correct.
If need be.
That is correct. Okay, Maya's not here today. Kim is here though. Kim. Question, real quick. Are you for sure going to WPPI? Because I finally got my contract sorted out, and I am officially going to WPPI. So my fingers are like super crossed that you're going to. Please tell me that you are. And Ultra MUC is here as well. Kim says, I have a lighting question for me to unravel sometime. Yes, excellent. Kim is going to WPPI. Woo! Then we will see each other there. So Kim, what is your lighting question? Go ahead and pop that into the chat, and we'll take that.
Well, apparently it's a doozy.
It's a doozy. That's okay. At the same, while we're waiting for anybody's question to come through, Mark, why don't you start us out with our tip of the week, and then we will go from there.
Sounds good. Let me just get my screen sharing going here.
All right. Yeah, we'll take a look at your photo too, Steve. And anybody else, again, if you guys want to share photos, go ahead and use the room link. This is a new tool that we're using. I tried it out on Friday during the editing stream, and it worked great. So we're trying it out again tonight. Link is in the chat. I've posted it a couple times already and in the description for the video. All right, I'll shut up, Mark, so you can talk. Oh, I think Mark froze up. Looks like Mark froze up. Fun times with tech. Let me message Mark real quick. You froze. Now I can't even display the composer. Froze up. How many videos do I have? So on my channel, man, Mark, your video is frozen. Why don't you go ahead and try disconnecting and reconnecting, Mark, to the thingamabobber, and hopefully that'll work. So when did I first start? All right. So let me take a look at my channel, and I'll tell you how many videos I have, because I don't even know. It's over 600. For a while, I was totally metal because I had 666 videos, but I've now passed that number, so I'm no longer metal. There we go. You're back. I can see you, yes. I can hear you as well, yeah. So it looks like we should be good to go. Kim says, I think I'm froze too. Can you guys see me? Am I frozen? Let us know if I'm still live here.
Oh, you're coming through for me.
Okay, good. I think, yeah. Well, anyway, Mark, you go ahead and try your screen share again and see if that freezes you up or not.
Okay.
Nice jazz hands. Okay. Hey, Judy, how's it going? And Matt, too. Hi, Matt, by the way. All right, I am looking to see how many videos I have. It doesn't tell me a number here. It used to tell me a number. All right, let me switch out of this. All is well. Mark just got added back in. Whenever you're ready. Oh, Mark froze yet again. Yeah, Mark's frozen again. Video manager. I have, it's coming up in a moment here, 730 videos on my channel. That's a lot of videos. Okay, Mark just popped out. We might have to skip this whole tip thing if it's not going to work. I have 730 videos on my channel. You're back once again.
Yeah, obviously screen sharing is not cooperating tonight.
Obviously screen sharing is not cooperating tonight, yeah. And Matt asked when I first started making my videos too. I started making my videos in 2011. So it has been, Jesus. It's been 9 years, 8 years that I've been making videos. I'm getting close to a decade of YouTube. That's crazy.
Man, you're old.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not like a legacy YouTuber, but I mean, I'm kind of a legacy YouTuber. I'm no Philip DeFranco, who's like one of the very early creators on the platform, but still. I have to send it to you. Okay. Well, Kim, send it in the chat room. In this chat room that I'm posting the link to, because there you shouldn't have to, I think you can type as long a message as you want there. Otherwise, go ahead and shoot it to me on Facebook Messenger. Oh, there we go. So Angela came and shot with me the other day, and the way the natural light was hitting her was amazing, but I couldn't capture it the way it looked to our eyes, even when I shut all the strobes off and tried to shoot without any strobes. And also, I couldn't get the strobes to mimic the natural light enough to let me capture the image with strobes either. Okay, so with that, Kim, can you possibly upload an example photo into the chat room, the sharing room, so that we can take a look at that? Because if we can see one of the photos, just even an example of what the scene looked like, even if it's not like what you were seeing with the light, that'll help us take a look at that and try to figure out what might have been happening and why it was such a challenging picture to try to capture. Okay, I'm guessing it won't work. Do you want to try it one more time, or you want to just skip the tip?
Maybe let me try. Maybe put it on my other screen. Maybe see if that. Maybe it just doesn't like sharing this one screen for whatever reason.
DJ Donnelly, I've never Googled why my dad looks like a dolphin. I'm probably afraid to Google that now that you're asking it. So.
Okay, we're going to try this again.
All right, we'll try one more time. If not, we'll skip the tip and we'll go and we'll start looking. We've got 4 different photos that have been uploaded to the room. If you guys want to share other photos, go ahead and upload them there. I'll share you. I didn't even shoot anything this weekend. I shot a video. I shot 2 videos this weekend, actually. So I'm working towards like 733 videos. Oh, no, that actually includes the video I made this weekend. Oh, it froze again. Hey, Mr. Noodle, how's it going? Okay, so we're going to skip it. Yep, Mark's on his way back in. Okay, so that's not going to work. I'm going to switch over.
So screw the tip.
Screw the tip. We're going to take a look at some of these photos. So we're going to start with this first photo here from Steve. And Steve says that image has been shared, printed. I'll bring it up here. This is the image that we're talking about. And Steve says of this that this image has been shared, printed, turned into a poster. It's a vest patch. This man passed away, and I gave all rights of the image to the MC Club and his late wife. That's really cool. First of all, that's a really super beautiful thing for you to do as a photographer, to give your rights to the image to them. And, you know, as a memorial sort of thing, it's beautiful that they're using this image in that way. And I think it's a beautiful image. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, especially for an MC Club, right? I mean, like, you know, that's sort of quintessential MC Club right there. The guy looks perfectly in his element, and that's really a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing that, Steve. That's really cool. So Kim's trying to get the picture from Angela, who has it on her phone, so that she can send it. All right, so let's take a look at the next image here. This one is from Gaia. So Gaia, if you can give us some details on this photo here. Gaia, is that Sandy by chance? This is really cool too. That's not a lighthouse. This is a nice coastal shot here. I love that big heavy cloud in the sky there too, and I particularly like
good drama.
Yeah, it really is good drama. This is Ash. Excellent. Okay, Ash. I love the random usernames it assigns to people. I was just guessing.
I just changed it so it was my name.
Yeah, I did the same too. This is a really beautiful shot. I love that coastline. I love the sun coming up behind that big, heavy, ponderous cloud. And you can see the rain way, way back in the horizon along there too, which is really, really cool. Another beautiful photo. All right, let's take a look at the next one. We got the next 2 are from the user in the room is Philomelis. So whose are these photos?
I think it's the same picture, isn't it? Just uploaded twice, maybe.
Oh yeah, it is the same picture uploaded twice. So that's a cool. You know, one of my favorite things is when you're taking a sunset and you get that shaft of light that is captured here behind the mountains. The sun just shooting straight up. I love, love, love that. That's super cool. I'm not sharing tonight, laying in bed watching on my TV, Sandy says. That's totally cool. Yeah, that's beautiful. The drama of this, I love the V shape of the mountains too, pulling you in, and the way the clouds mirror that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, Jason2M, how are you doing? Okay, Nightbot. I tried to set up this chat bot, and Nightbot is being an idiot, so I'm gonna delete that.
Yeah.
Since that apparently is not working.
Yeah, screw
Nightbot. I'll just reshare the link that way instead. It's supposed to share that every 15 minutes, but I'll do it manually instead.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful photo as well. And we've got one from Ultra MUC in Munich. Ooh, now that's a cruise liner. That's a cool shot too. the way that bridge comes out and that intersection with the boat there, the cruise liner, and what looks like the bridge continuing off in the horizon line coming out of the front of the boat looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the color on this is pretty intense as well. Under the bridge, yeah. Very, very nice. I kind of like this, just you guys sharing your photos and us talking about them. This is cool. Lots of sunsets. Very cool. I love the colors of sunset, right? Like it's almost impossible to take a bad photo of a sunset. And I'm not saying that to disparage these photos. What I mean is that sunsets are just so beautiful and so fun to photograph.
Yeah.
I haven't shot a sunset literally in years.
In forever?
Like genuinely in years. I mean, I might have once or twice done a grab shot, with my phone or something like that. But, nothing like, like going out with my camera with the intent to capture the sunset. I kind of might have to do that soon. I don't know. I might have to do that. Alex says, thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really fantastic.
I've got something to add. I have a picture that I took a couple of years ago. And I was browsing through a bunch of my old pictures.
Okay.
And I had posted it on Facebook, just on my own feed, just because it's one of these ones that I'm torn about whether I like it or not. Like I like it, but I don't know if I like it enough.
Okay.
So I kind of went through and I processed it and posted it on my own page, and everybody said, "Ooh, I really like it." But then it's like, well, these are all my friends and relatives, so I'm expecting they're going to say yes, that they like it and everything. So I'm going to post it here, upload it to this thing here, and I want some you can be brutally honest opinion shot with, because we're always brutally honest with your pictures. So you give her the onions.
All right. Well, let's take a look at these last couple photos that just we keep getting some great photos. All right. So I lost where I was. We looked at that one. There we go. We were looking at this one right here. I just wanted to. Hey, Ricky, how's it going, bud? This is a really cool shot of this kid.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. The black and white treatment works really well on this too, I think. And I love the sort of somber, very thoughtful, almost Steve Jobsian expression that this young man has. This is a really beautiful photo. You guys are doing some really fantastic work. I love seeing this. Another wonderful sunset. I love the crash of the wave coming up on the shoreline right here. And, check it. You got that starburst with the sun there, too. Love that.
Yeah.
No clue what it was. Ash uploaded something by mistake. Ricky's doing okay. Oh, Steve. Okay, this photo is Steve's son. That's awesome. That's super awesome. Beautiful photo. And then we got the sunset here. I'm on my phone, so I just misclicked. Okay, Kim sent the photo, and she said it's okay for us to post it in the chat. It's a little revealing, so she wanted to make sure it was okay. Excellent. Some things in life are just for you, not always a photo. This is true. All right, I had an off-camera flash to make the sand look nice. Oh, that must be the rando shot that came up. Is this the photo that you're talking about, Mark? The fog pic?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want people to go at it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, basically give me opinions whether they truly like it or they don't like it. If they don't like it, what it is that they don't or do like about it.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and hear
a reverse critique.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of Mark's photo here? And while we're waiting for the chat to catch up, why don't you just share a little bit about the photo, when you took it, what happened, what you were thinking?
Basically, I took it a couple of years ago. It was in January or February. It was either January or February, and it was one of those days where everything got real mild, and then the fog really came out. So basically, I just sort of went hiking around looking for some interesting shots to take, and I did get some interesting shots from that shoot, but this was one of the ones that I kind of overlooked because it was kind of like, I'm not sure whether reaches out to me or not. But then when I was kind of looking at it there the other day again, I was like, well, it's kind of interesting because it looks, because I kind of like the way the branches seem to be kind of reaching out into the water, and the trees kind of leaning to the one side, and the fog kind of adds to it. But then I was like, to me, I feel like there's still something missing, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Interesting. So in the comments, Brenda says, hello, Brenda, by the way. Brenda says, I adore the eerie look. Back to Steve's portrait, Matt says he likes the rolled pants and shoes. I agree with that. Ricky says, I love the mood of the photo, and the composition is really nice. And I would agree with that. And I agree with Brenda that on the eerie feel of it, I like that too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what made me look at it again. Is it's kind of like, well, it does have an eerie look, because they kind of look like hands reaching out.
Yeah, it's got kind of a skeletal, kind of grippy feel. Ash likes the simple colors. The black and white stuff always looks good with contrast between the foreground and background, which is very true. Like when it comes to black and white, contrast is really key. And even though this is a tiny bit low contrast because of that atmosphere in the fog, it still has enough contrast.
I tried giving it more contrast, but I think it took away from it more than.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of, maybe if I do some dodging and burning, because to me the tree just doesn't seem to be dark enough. Maybe that's what it is, and the contrast didn't really fix that.
Dodge and burn could be, I wonder if, okay, so if you're okay with this, Mark, I'll pull this into Lightroom and maybe try the dehaze slider on it just to see what that does.
Yeah, I actually did do some dehaze, but yeah, give her a go.
Okay. At the same time, let's see what the other comment says. So Ricky says, the leading line to the tree is great. Cochise Heart, hello. I love the moody feel. I shoot the moody feel often. It's a cool shot. Mark MC, hello to Mark. Very atmospheric. Love the black and white. Great shot. Kimberly says, it's definitely giving that eerie feel. It's soft and moody. Steve likes it as well. Maybe a little too much room on top. I don't know. I kind of like the tree having the headroom. But I could see what you're saying too.
Yeah, myself, when I'm taking photos, I tend to leave more headspace in case I'm ever going to print something, and it gives me room for different ratios. So that's kind of, hey, I know her.
Yeah, you guys can see the randomness on my iPad while I look for wherever the heck Mark's photo got saved. Is there recently added somewhere? I just want to try that dehaze. Here we go, recently added. That's not super helpful.
Yeah.
Is it in here? I saved it to the camera roll. I thought I did. Let me try to save it again. I'll just save it to files and go to my Affinity imports. There we go. Okay. Mr. Noodle says it looks like a Stieglitz image. Ricky says I can't take a landscape to save my life, so tip of the hat. And Ash says the whole photo is like an inch tall on my phone. That's hilarious. Yeah, I suppose in the sort of reduced view, it's a little bit small. I see mantis legs, Matt says. Whoa, my head's getting hot. Hello, I love, and hello, hey, IME. Sandy says, I like the low contrast. It's dreamy and mystical. Alex says, to me, it looks nice in black and white, maybe not so much in color. Can we change the auto-generated nickname in the chat? Yes, you can. Yeah. Just click the name next to your little icon above the chat window, and then you can change your name in there. So let me try to bring this into Lightroom one more time, and we can try to. Nope, I want to bring it from files. Oh, for love of Pete, let's do it this way.
Yeah, Alex commented about it looks nice in black and white and not so much in color, and realistically, that was why I converted it to black and white, because with it being so foggy, there was no color there anyway. So.
Okay, I don't remember where here's dehaze. So I'm gonna try the dehaze slider just to see what happens. Yeah, I don't like it dehazed either.
No. As it is, it has a little bit of dehaze in it already, but basically, if I did any more than what I had, it didn't really work for me.
Yeah, I think you're right that dodge and burn on the tree itself would add a lot.
Right.
because there you could bring that out without disturbing the haze in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I myself really quite, I don't know why it just went away, but I myself really quite like it as is, honestly. I could see more contrast adding more, but I like it as is. To me, it feels complete. That leading line, I agree, is really great. I love the flow of it in and then up and the skeletal kind of reaching feel. And I think the haze actually really, really helps because the haze helps separate the foreground tree from the background trees. Without that haze, that would kind of be a muddy mess in the middle. Yeah, it is a JPEG that I'm trying to dehaze, which obviously is going to not perform nearly as well as the RAW that I'm sure Mark has. Okay, so let's take a look at this photo from Kim and her question. So give me just a moment. I got to save this into the places and things and stuff.
No, and thanks everybody for the comments.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really great shot.
Thanks.
This is like super intensely good live content right here. Me clicking on something you guys can't even see. Matt says, a little too much room to left. There's a break in the forest to the right. I was let out of the picture a bit. I can see what you're saying there with that.
No, I guess where
but I think framing it where it is gives the tree the room it needs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think if you took too much off the left, then you'd almost be cutting off that branch, just kind of dragging a little bit there.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually gonna bring this photo into Affinity so I can draw on the screen here, and we can kind of talk about. So this is the photo that they grabbed on. I also want to do something here real quick on this, just so I can try to make it a little bit bigger. It's not a huge improvement, but it's a little bit bigger to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So this is the photo, and this is an ambient light shot with the cell phone. And so you were trying to get a photo that looked like this, Kim says, but I couldn't capture it the way it looked to our eyes, even when I shut all the strobes off and tried to shoot without any strobes. And also, I couldn't get the strobes to mimic the natural lights enough to let me capture the image with the strobes either. Okay, so looking at this, the first question that I have is where is the ambient light coming from? I mean, I can see where it's coming from, right? Because if we look here, let me grab the paintbrush tool and just change the color to something that we can see. Right, like based on the highlights here, okay? Looking at this, we've got this highlight in her hair, and we can see a light source up over here. So we have light coming from this side here. You know, we've got a big rim on Angela's arm right here. So there's some light coming from over there. And then we have this light source here coming in from this direction as well. So if this is the ambient light, what are those sources? The model lights from the strobes and then just the ceiling lights. So we also have some ceiling lights evidenced by, like you can see some of the highlights right here on Angela's hair right there. So those modeling lights from the strobes, are those bare strobes or are those... are those like, did you have an umbrella? Did you have a softbox? Like how were those set up? Because looking at this, I mean, I'm not sure if what was missing was the color temperature of the light or the shape of the light you were getting on the shot. Like if you also have an example, Kim, from your camera of one of the ones you tried to capture and could shoot that over as well, I think that would also be helpful because then we could kind of compare the difference between what you were attempting to do and what you saw here with this ambient light hitting the subject. This is Angela in the photo here, Mr. Noodle. This is Angela that you guys are seeing in this photo from Kim. So that would be helpful, I think, in us assessing that a little bit. So if you want to, if you can do that, Kim, that would be great. Outside of that, like just looking at it, trying to replicate this look and feel, I would go for something bigger and softer. because it looks like for the most part this is softer light. So I'm guessing there's some sort of modifier on it. And I would definitely warm the lights up. Some sort of a green, or not green, but an orange, a warming gel on both of the lights. And then, bring it down. This is pretty low key.
Yes,
And
definitely.
if you, yeah, and if you wanted to maintain that low key look and feel, then doing that same thing, keeping it low key, maybe, I don't know if you have grids for your modifiers like umbrella softboxes or whatever, but that would help contain the spill, because with those lights you can tend to get some spill. Like you can even see that spill up here, here, and depending upon where those lights are and how they're directed, some of that spill could end up even further down here on the backdrop, here into the couch, bringing all of that up. And if you don't want that, then you'll want to definitely focus that light and try to contain it. So Kim said, I was trying to talk to you. Okay. The model's light from the strobe is just the ceiling lights. Okay, so those are just the modeling lights from the strobes. All right. I have grids, I understand. Okay, great. I'm getting the ones I got from the camera. Excellent.
So it is all back and I guess lit from up top.
Yes. So while we're waiting for the photos that Kim had, let's see what else we have here in the chat. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a cool photo. Oh, this is a fight photo. That's super cool. Is it, Matt, is this one of yours? Because I know Matt shoots a lot of fight stuff. Steve says, my last upload is after everyone left and I hung around and took this with an ultra wide when I second shot a wedding in August 2nd. 2 Evolve 200s. Evolve is the same as the AD 200. One on each side of the upper balcony bouncing on the pillar. So we'll have to get to that shot. This is a great fight shot. I really like this one here.
Yeah, I like the black and white works well.
Yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. This cathedral shot is really fantastic. Is that, let's see here. Yeah, it skipped by one. Here we got a great portrait. This is one of Ash's right here. I like the energy of this. The feel of it is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And her expression.
Yep. Like,
yes.
Look at me, I'm free.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of playfulness to this that I really like.
Yeah.
It's kind of an effervescent moment. And this cathedral. Now, Steve, is this the cathedral? No, that we haven't gotten to the cathedral yet. Or we haven't gotten to Steve's photo. This is really cool too. I love the light that you get in cathedrals like this. These cathedrals are beautiful places to be able to shoot if you get a chance to take photos in them. Especially because, like this one particularly, you can see there's a pretty strong contrast in between the cool light that you have in the upper reaches and along these pillars, and you get kind of to that central portion of it, and then all of a sudden it's very, very warm. So there's a really great contrast in there that I'm enjoying quite a bit.
Where is this one? I'm curious.
Oh, Ash says, funny story about that portrait. She's holding the light diffuser. That's awesome. She is both the grip and the subject at the same time. Yeah. That's awesome.
Gotta like it when that works out.
Yeah, I agree. So, where is this cathedral? If you guys could let us know, whoever shot this, that would be fantastic. And let's go to the next shot. Oh, we got some Guinness here. Who likes a drink? I don't have my glass in here, but I had a glass of wine before the show. I like a glass of wine. I like the Guinness. This looks like an on-camera flash, so you can see that main light striking the glasses directly and reflecting back in. But I do like the shallow depth of field that's captured here, and I like the feel of hanging out in the bar and, chilling out, having a Guinness. Though I'm not a Guinness drinker. I'm not a beer drinker in general. You a beer drinker, Mark?
No, I don't drink at all.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You don't drink at all.
No yes. Beer, no hard liquor, no wine, none of that.
No, none of that. No, I forgot about that. That's correct. Yeah. I'm not a big drinker, but I do like a glass of wine here and there. And I enjoy that. And sometimes I enjoy like some whiskey, but I'm not a person who likes to, drink a lot.
You don't indulge.
I try not to overindulge, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally it happens. I'm not going to pretend that I've never done it, but for the most part, I just enjoy a bit of a glass of wine here and there. Another very nice portrait. This looks like a bit of a candid shot, but I like her expression again. This one is shot at a pretty high ISO, and I like the feel that gives to this, that, you know, graininess, for lack of a better word, that a lot of people often, you know, don't like. I think this plays very well in this portrait here.
Yeah, it could almost be like a film
Yes.
versus a digital capture.
Yes, yes. Matt's wondering if the light in the window was real. Are you talking about in the cathedral there? Because there was that big burst of light that was in there that I think you were talking about. Okay, this is from Steve. This is super cool. That's awesome. Okay, so back here, this is ultra wide, and the two flashes, one are each side of the upper balcony, bouncing off of a pillar. And I really like this. I love the symmetrical light and shadow patterns cast by the chairs from the lights. And I love the way you lit this cathedral up here. This is really, really cool. It's another fabulous cathedral shot.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. You can see this isn't a criticism, but looking at it in the upper chandeliers and the way they kind of point downwards, you can see that a little bit of that distortion from the ultra wide. But this is awesome. I really, both of these cathedral shots were great. Okay, so the Alex says it is in Pisa, Italy.
Cool.
Yeah, Steve says it wasn't exactly in the middle of the carpet, but whatever. I agree. Like sometimes that bit, that the fact that it's actually off just slightly augments it a little bit, because that, you know, our brains catch that and it adds a little bit of tension to the image and helps the brain, you know.
Yeah, who doesn't want tension in a cathedral?
Right, exactly, right? Okay, so Kim sent the photo. Let me finish going through these last couple of photos that we have here. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Beautiful, beautiful shot. I love that little lonely rock off to the side that looks so tiny compared to that big outcrop over on the left there.
Yeah. I don't even mind the weeds or wheat or whatever that is in the foreground. No, it helps add another layer to the depth.
Yeah, it really, it helps to add a lot of layers to it. Oh, I think that's the last one. Yep, it is. Okay. All right, so Steve, Hey IME said, how do you like the Evolve 200, which again is the same as the 80-200? And I would second Steve's comment. I love them as well. I have 3. I hope not anytime soon, but at some point I will actually add another one so that I have 4 in my kit. Because I routinely use 3, but I'm finding that I'm ending up doing a lot of 4 light shots lately, and I don't mind pulling out a speed light and throwing that into the mix, but having another one of those would just be fabulous. And I've been very happy. Now, I bought mine from Amazon, and I got the Godox 8200s. You could also get I think Evolve are the Adorama branded ones. And a lot of people buy them from a third-party seller like Adorama or Cheetah or something like that. Steve, I have not looked into the round heads. I do have the bare bulb heads, of course, but not the round Fresnel heads. I've been pretty happy with the bare bulb with the reflector on it and the Fresnel heads. And I don't know that I would need the round one. But I am aware of them out there and have seen them. So let me get this other photo over so we can take a look at it and compare. A lot of people say it's an upgrade over the regular. What's the link to the room?
I was just going to toss it in. Oh, mine might be too long.
No, that's all right. I got it in. I've got it saved to my clipboard, so I can just paste it in there. Okay, so I've got that saved. Let me get back over here now to Affinity And I'll bring in that other shot as well so we can take a look at that one. Okay, so what Kim says here, let me just see what she said, is I just seem to have lost the curves. I know it's lighter, but I lost the sensualness of the curves.
I see what she means.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, and in this shot, of course, you can see much more clearly the, oops, too far, the light in the shot right here. So we know that source is coming from back here. It's providing these lights here. It also is bringing up the couch and a lot of the detail right a bit. And you can see a lot of that spill on the background that I was talking about. So everything is up quite a bit.
It looks like a softbox.
It is, yeah.
I was not surprised to get the spill out of the background.
Yeah. So let me just do this real quick so I can toggle back and forth between them. I'm just going to bring the other one in as a new layer so that we can see both of them, together, as it were. So this is the original, and like she was saying, lost the curves, lost the the low key feel, and then this here is what's happened. So I think most of what's happening here is spill of the lights. It's just the fact that the soft boxes themselves are such big sources that you're ending up with all of that light all over her front and her face and her torso and her legs and the couch and everything else. So I think what you could have benefited from here is actually shooting a smaller light source, harder light, so that you could control and create additional shadows. That, or bringing the lighting much closer to her to create a more dramatic fall off of the light, so that it creates more shadow, or maybe even just removing a light, because right now this is two light. Whoops. This is a two light setup, right? You've got this light, you can just see it in the corner right there, and then we have this light here. So what is basically happening here is you've ended up kind of flat lighting her. It's just all on the front for the most part. I mean, you have, some shadow, some detail here, the highlight on her upper leg, but then you definitely have some fall off and some shadow that comes down here. But then when you get up to her upper body and torso and her face in particular, it's just too much light on her. So something that is either smaller or the front light definitely would be part of it. And if we look up, I mean, this is a teeny tiny photo from Facebook, so this is why it's super pixely, of course. But if you look at that pin light in the eye right there, you can see there was that front light added. There's this little shadow here on her nose as well, created by that front light. Removing the front light absolutely would help, and then also control and narrowing those beams and really focusing it into just small areas. So we're talking smaller lights and or grids and or flags to shape and just light the bits that you want to light, and side light it more too, because if you come in, I mean, it's a little bit hard for me to kind of judge this angle, but this one looks like more of a rear light, because again, it's creating all of these edge highlights on Angela here. So this one here feels very rear, but this one here might be too front. So if you brought that one back, you could create a secondary rim, or coming up above and off a little bit to kind of come down at an angle, and that would help create some shadows and accentuate her shape as the light falls off as it moves down her body. Because you're getting some of that from the upper light in the room. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, even that main light, if the power was turned down, but then I also noticed that she commented that she couldn't turn it down anymore. So I'm assuming she means the power, not versus the angle.
Oh, yep, I see it.
Sure.
Yeah, flash with a snoot. I couldn't turn it down anymore. It was a snoot with that. The opening was about the size of a nickel, but maybe it was too far back. Yeah, that's super, super narrow. And I feel like the snoot is something you probably would have wanted to take out entirely, just to, again, allow, because it's it's just so much direct light onto her face that you're losing all of the shadow that you had before in the other one. And here, really the only light we're getting on her face is coming from this direction here. The heck? Oh. It's coming from this direction up here, right? So we can see we've got these highlights on this side of her face, but this side is almost entirely in shadow. And that was taken away. But without the front light, her face was so dark. Then that would be a case for something that gives you dramatic fall off. So again, it would be probably best to position the light. Give me just a second here. Right, so if Angela is, I'm sitting down so you guys can see this, but if Angela is posing like that, and you position a light up above and in front a little bit, kind of like this, it's going to come down and it's going to give you light on the face, but it's going to fall off, especially if you can have that just out of frame, so it's just above her. And you'll get enough light on the one side, but then you'll have fall off on the other side, which will give you shadow, but hopefully not so much shadow that you lose the depth of her face entirely. So it's kind of, it's a matter of figuring out you know, where you want that light, how much light you want in there, and then, you know, figuring out where that position is. So in this situation, it's harder to bring that light closer because of, you know, you're shooting a full-length shot. But if you can wing that in from above, you'll mimic and improve upon that ceiling light by making it bigger and softer and coming down. And I've shot some like that. In fact, I got to try to find one. I'm going to switch over because I'm going to be hunting around for a minute or two trying to find the shot. No, my shortcut isn't working. All right, so let's see here. Hello to Z. Do you have any tips on X-raying clothing? That I don't. I have no experience with X-raying clothing. Would it be good to have her face dark for a moody image, or would it need to be lit? Obviously, that's a bit subjective, but I personally really like moody. You know, I'm sure you guys have noticed that in some of my work. So I'm trying to think of a shot that I know I've shot some recently where I used that overhead. Oh, I know one. Let me find it here real quick. 2018, and I gotta find Noel. Noel. Where's Noel? The year is now 2019. Is that accurate?
I think we're in 2019, if memory serves me right.
Sort by title. That's weird. Okay. Looking.
Yeah, another option too is if that main light, if she had the power down all the way, and couldn't get it any lower, the other option could have been was to close down the aperture more and keep the power on the main light where it was, but then the backlights turn the power up accordingly to actually get them more power.
Yes. I found a shot where I used that, but it doesn't really have the look that. It doesn't have the same look because of the way I lit the rest of the shot. I'll show you guys anyway, but it's not the same. It's not the same effect. So this shot of Noelle as Harley Quinn was done with a light up above like that and down. But because of the way she's posing and because of the additional lighting that I added, it doesn't have the same drama that we were looking for in that shot that you have, Kim. I know I've shot others with that, but I surely can't think of who or what at this time. So, at any rate, I'll try to find another one while we keep chatting here. I have an arm that I can hang right over her. Yeah, try that. I think you'll like that lighting. It is really beautiful and dramatic lighting. and it really helps a lot. Hey, Harley, how's it going?
Yeah, I have seen some stuff where it's lit from directly overhead, and it really wraps the light around. But
Yes.
I've never tried it myself, really, not to that extent.
If when you use it, it makes for a really dramatic look and feel. Again, I know I've shot some that way. I'm pretty sure I even shot something with Angela that way. But boy, if I'm having a hard time thinking about what I've shot lately.
That sprinkler shot outdoors, that wasn't top lit, was it?
No, that wasn't top lit. I can't think of any. Okay, at any rate.
Either way, the option's there. Try it out.
Yeah. Kim says, I really appreciate your info. I'm going to incorporate everything next time, not all at once. Right, yeah, because we threw a lot at you. But definitely give it a go and see what you can come up with. Because I've done just like a little bit. It's always good to be doing things incremental. Like I've more recently just started showing or playing with that up above light like that, and I really like it. One of the important things is you don't want to go directly above, because if you do, then you're basically kind of mimicking that noontime sun, and you're going to get those kind of ugly undershadows. But if you kind of just up above to the front a little bit and angled a little bit, then
almost like half a clamshell.
Yeah, exactly. Like a half a clamshell. Then what you're doing is allowing that light to get underneath and fill in some of those shadows and come in at a slightly different angle. That, again, it just adds like a really, really wonderful drama to it. Harley says, at some point in the past we came from the UK, but not sure when now in the US.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got some more pictures in the chat room, so I'm going to pop those up. There we go. We got this one here of that looks like a mosquito, but it's not a mosquito.
No, it's not a mosquito, but yeah, it does look like one.
Yeah.
That's a good macro.
Yes, it is. It's a very good macro. Oh, Kim just shot me a couple of photos on Messenger of what she was kind of going for. And yeah, that light and those photos that you've got there, Kim, are absolutely gorgeous. I love those photos in that mood. And that light, I think, honestly, Kim, in the shot you were trying to achieve, I think you would have been served well with just one light. I think that would have made a lot of difference here. I think having 2 or 3 was just too much, and it was filling in too much of the of her shape and flattening everything out. You know, just having the one, maybe a cross light, you know, maybe one bigger, softer to get the kind of dramatic fall off in the curves and the shapes, and then one light, and then maybe keeping a rim just to separate her a bit from the darkness of the background. But if you don't mind me showing the ones that you sent me, Kim, I'll shoot those over because they're really beautiful photos, and I think they'd be worth showing because they're really fantastic. They're on her Instagram, so I'll pop over there and find them in a minute. Oh, beautiful photo blossom or flower here too. Does that bug eat mosquitoes? That's what Ricky said. It's a mosquito eater. Harley's doing well, hanging out with you guys while finishing up the day job. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that flower shot.
Yeah.
The water drops on it really add to it.
Yes, they do. The water drops are very, very nice. Oh, Ricky's Photo Blab. That's my kind of shot right there, man. I like that. I love that dramatic. I love that rim light. I love those highlights. I love just the little bit of detail we're getting in her face.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I was trying to get some backlight to give it more of a jazzy burlesque feel on a stage performer type. Ash said the macros are him. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing those, Mash.
Yeah, definitely.
Ash.
Yeah, Mash.
Yeah, that just came out of my mouth. I'm just bringing up Kim's Instagram. I'm gonna pop over. Who shot this portrait? It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One young Newell speedlight behind the model, Ricky said, fired into the lens. She had blonde hair, so it caught it just perfectly. Yeah,
nice.
Ricky, I love it, love it, love it, love it. That's fantastic. All right, I'm gonna pop off the screen here for a minute so I can head over to Kim's Instagram and find those. And while I'm doing that, you guys enjoy being able to share your photos like this into the room and having us just kind of chat about them and talk about them? This is a new thing that, like I said, we tried it. I tried it on the live edit on Friday, and I don't want to do that on the live edits all the time because I'm trying to edit.
You're just testing.
Yeah, exactly. I was testing it, but I really like the functionality of that tool. And I'm wondering what you guys think. And if you'd like to let us know in the chat, that would be great.
It definitely works well.
Yeah, I'm going to pop over here. This is the photo, one of the photos that Kim sent, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love that light. I love the background. Angela, as always, is fantastic. Kim, your skills are also really fantastic. We all struggle, of course, but I love seeing all of your works that you guys are sharing.
Yeah, the struggle is what makes us better photographers.
Absolutely. These are beautiful, beautiful photos. You guys are awesome. I think what we'll maybe try to do. Okay, so here's a question because we're closing in on the end of the show. So here's a question. What do you guys think of? Yeah, I love seeing others work. Awesome, Harley says. What do you guys think of theming the share? Right. So like next Monday we come in and we say, let's see your portraits, or let's see your landscapes, or let's see your macros, or let's see your whatever. What do you guys think about that? Or you like it just open, like share your favorite photo recently or your struggle that you're working on right now? Let us know in the chat. Because again, obviously this is evolving continuously, always, all over the place.
Yeah.
If there's one thing this show has been, it's inconsistent in terms of format. Maybe a theme task in a rando show. Theme is good. Okay,
that's kind of what I was thinking too. Is themed and then throw the odd random show in. Right.
Okay, so now here's the next question. I want to take it a step further. So we do a theme. Now the next question is,
what's the theme?
No. I mean, we will take suggestions from you guys for the next theme. So if you've got an idea, start thinking about popping that into the chat. But the question is, for the theme, would you guys prefer it be something that you shoot in the next week? So it's a relatively new photo that you shoot between now and next Monday, or is that too much pressure, so to speak, with life? Because I get life is life. And would you rather just be open to photos that you have shot in that theme? Let us know in the chat. And I think what Ash said is we could do a themed and a random, so it doesn't always have to be themed necessarily. But I do like the idea of theming it occasionally. And if we do a theme, that doesn't mean that if you have a question on something that is off theme, you can't share a photo with your question. Like, we wouldn't be like, oh no, you can't share that photo. That's off theme. You're not allowed to ask that question. Right. But let us know. Ash says new photos, weekly stuff. Brenda says keep it random. Not X-rated clothes though. X-ray clothes. I think that was X's question or Z's question earlier. X-ray clothes. I like having a challenge or a theme, even if I can't get it done. I can see other people's image and see how they shot it. New photos, so we can get out there and take some damn photos. I mean, that's what I'm leaning for. But I get that. For some people, it is genuinely difficult to be able to get out and shoot something on a particular theme.
Yeah.
Themed with monthly assigned theme. Roderick, can you elaborate on what you mean by that? I'm curious as to what you mean. Do you mean like an overarching theme for a whole month and then like sub-themes? That might be getting a little too complicated to jump into.
Or maybe he's thinking we set up something for a monthly thing as a theme, but then each week just have a small theme. But then people have like a month to get ready for the big theme, maybe.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So 1 week. Oh, 1 week a month is assigned. He's suggesting. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I won your phone lens camera. Oh, Ash, yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I won your phone lens camera giveaway years ago. You sent me a few take some damn photo stickers. I still have them today. I still have, where are they? Check it out.
You still have some too?
Yeah, still got some stickers. Mark, what were you saying? Because Roderick said what you were saying is what he meant.
Basically do once a month, like a big theme, so people have a month to prepare for, and then just also have weekly themes.
Okay.
So like the monthly theme would be, okay, this is the assignment. You have a month to go out and take some pictures based off of this theme. And then maybe the weekly ones won't be what you took this week, but just some random stuff maybe you took a year or two ago. You just want some, kind of like the one I posted. It was taken a couple of years ago, and I want people's opinion on it.
Mm-hmm. So, a monthly assignment. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try this. Tell me what you think of this. Maybe some subscriber Q&As where you ask us how we took a specific photo, like a podcast. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I've always wanted and always appreciate is when you guys share the details of your photos, because particularly when it comes to critiquing, right? Because if we're critiquing a photo, it's easy for us to share an opinion and just say, oh, I like it, oh, I don't like it. But if we understand, your intent and what was going in behind it, like Mark, when you were talking about yours, that helps a person give constructive feedback rather than just what amounts to an arbitrary opinion.
Right.
Poorly worded, like have guests on. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've been thinking about guests again. Maybe.
Just gotta find someone who'll put up with us.
Yeah, I mean that I don't think would be that difficult.
Yeah, all these guys put up with us.
Yeah, right. Okay. So let's work some things out here. All right. So first of all, because we've got a lot of stuff going on here, make a calendar out of it. Okay. So let me take some notes here, guys. So make a calendar. Task number 1. Make a calendar. And I'll make it a public calendar for Blab themes. Okay, so now the next question here is, maybe we should do, how do you guys feel about this? Let's see what you think about this. Kind of a compromise between some of what I've been hearing here. What if we did a 2-week theme, right? So you have 2 weeks to shoot a theme, and then the in-between week is a rando week where we just share photos, we talk about, whatever, that kind of thing, right? So it would be like as an example, 2 weeks from now, the theme assignment where you got to shoot a new photo is red. Mr. Noodle said like red, right? And then next week we'll do a rando again, where you can just share whatever, we can talk about whatever, and then the week after that we do red, and then we set a new challenge, and then the week after that we do random, and then the week after that would be the new challenge. Let's just say it's blue, just so you guys can see what you mean. What do you guys think about that?
Works for me.
Mark says works for him. 2 weeks.
I'm easy to get along with, though.
Yeah. So the question is this: is 2 weeks enough for you guys to get out there and take some damn photos? That's the question, right?
Probably
Mr.
not
Noodle
for
says
me,
yes.
but
We have Harley says yes, thumbs up. Brenda says great compromise. What else we got? Rod says that works. Sandy says that's fine. Kim says yes. Sounds good to me. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Alternating weeks. So I'm just making notes. Alternating weeks. Now, the next question is, what should the next theme be? You guys pop into the chat what you guys think we should do, and then we'll pick something out of that, out of your suggestions, and we'll set that up.
And are we going to shoot it too?
I think we should. Yeah, I think both of us should also shoot it and share our photos on it as well. And we can all share our experience shooting the assignment and doing whatever, however we interpret it. I'm making all sorts of noise here. So we've got a couple of suggestions so far. Low angle shots, trees.
Low angle of trees.
Okay, Roderick. Well played, Roderick. Well played. Okay. Steve says abstract. All right. So I don't think we should pick, Mark. I think they should. I think you guys should pick. So we've got 3 suggestions so far. What we need to know is, what do you guys want? Can you add a poll? All the trees around here are white at the moment. This is true. Participant toggle time.
Ours are all dead, but
well, here's kind of a cool thing for trees. It probably won't happen now, but I live near paper mills, and paper mills emit a lot of steam. And when we get those super frigid temperatures, that steam coalesces into hoarfrost, H-O-A-R, frost, on all of the trees, and it looks absolutely amazing. If we did trees, I would hope it would get...
That's what you'd be gaming for?
Assuming it got super cold. But if it doesn't get super cold, then
who wants to go out without when it is super cold? It's a catch-22.
It is. But I would do it. I would do it because I'm not going to be the guy who doesn't get out there and take some damn photos. Ricky says, I think low angle is a better concept because it could be anything but with a different perspective. Ice on trees, yeah, those photos always look amazing. Okay, so we've got 3 suggestions, or 2 suggestions basically. We have trees and we have low angle. Is it obvious that I suck at nature photos? Ricky says. So vote now in the chat, low angle or trees, and then we're just going to count them up. And that'll be our pick, unless somebody else has something else that they want to pop in for a theme. Harley likes low angle. I think Ricky said low angle. And Ash,
sounds like low angle it might be.
Ash was the original idea for low angle. We're getting low angle. Okay, low angle it is. So that's it. Low angle is the theme. I'll put that on the calendar for 2 weeks out. Now, do you guys feel like you need some, we have this Facebook group that we do some stuff in, and there are weekly challenges there that are open to whatever. Do you guys need some sort of reminder of this somehow? Like, if you want to do this, how would you want to be reminded that in 2 weeks this is coming up, the low angle is the theme, etc., etc.?
Well, they'll get a reminder next week when we do the Blab.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. But I guess, like, I'm not trying to overly complicate this, but that's a thing that I'm wondering. Like, would you guys want or need some kind of reminder? And if so, other than, Nightbot. Okay.
It's because she removed a couple of things.
Sorry about that, Kim. My chat bot was getting a little bit overzealous there. This is a new tool that I was trying. So go ahead, Kim, and paste what you were trying to paste.
I think she put some stuff in, then deleted them. So I don't think it was. Oh, maybe Nightbot.
Nightbot did it. I'm sorry about that, Kim. I just turned off Nightbot, so you should be able to post your comments now. I'm going to disconnect it from my channel for right now. I'm parting my channel. Okay, Nightbot's out. Sorry about that. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, Kimberly said email her every day.
Ricky says spam me. Who said email? Oh, email me every day for reminders. In the group as well. What's the name of the Facebook group? Let me grab that for you right now. Facebook. Facebook photography. The name of the group is Photography with Spyros and Mark. Here is the link. Okay, that's the link to the Facebook group. So we can post reminders in the group. So if you want to join the group, you can see reminders there. And then how about this? We'll do it in the group for now because the group is already there. Anyone down to spurg out about photography stuff? I need social interaction.
I don't even know what a spurg is.
Yeah. Ash, what do you mean by spurg out?
Is that a typo?
I don't know, but I'm always ready to geek out about photography stuff because I love it. Obviously, I love this stuff. Creative group name. Well, you know. We'll do it. So we'll do it in the group for now. Obviously, we'll do a reminder. Nerd out. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. And then if this goes to a point where it goes, we'll just say it like that, then maybe I'll set up an email list that will send email reminders to people about what the challenges are.
/ Kimberly.
Yeah, / Kimberly. I don't want to like, you know, overly complicate this to start because, you know, that would be too much work for whatever at this point. But we'll go with that and say an email list is a possibility. Ash, I'm always down to nerd out about photography. So hit me up on Facebook if you want to chat, and I'm happy to chat with folks. Here we go. Brenda's already asking to join. Oh, Mark, you're all over that, aren't you?
All over it.
Edith, we can just do this challenge in the group as well. So obviously this is open to everybody. And people can share these photos to the group, but then we'll obviously have the show where we'll have the share room so you guys can share the photos and we can discuss the challenges and everything. What do you mean by both challenges? I was already thinking along what you're probably thinking, Edith. So after the show, Edith, let's message and try to coordinate some of this stuff so we don't have like 50,000 challenges going at once, because that might be a little much. Okay, so that's what we're going to try. This is the lowdown. Then we're going to wrap this up.
Yep, we won't know unless we try.
Yeah, exactly. We won't know unless we try. So in 2 weeks, the theme assignment for the show is low-angle photos. And I'm excited to see what you guys come up with because I love low-angle shots. And I'm going to have to figure something out. 2 weeks is... Okay, situation... I'm going to be in Las Vegas in 2 weeks. I will not be able to do a show on the 25th.
So I guess 3 weeks it is.
So 3 weeks on the 4th of March. 3 weeks for this first one. Sorry about that, guys, but I'll be in Vegas. I won't be able to do it. So we'll remind you. We'll do 3 weeks. That'll be the theme. You got to shoot a new photo for it. That's what we'll talk about for the show. Next week we'll do rando. Share your photos, chit chat like we did tonight, which has been a lot of fun. And 25th, no show. And we'll go from there. How's that sound to everybody? The camera's near the floor. Yes. Let the camera hit the floor. Let the camera hit the floor. Let the camera hit the floor. You guys know that song?
Nope.
I think it's just called Bodies by... Who's that by? I'll probably get copyright flagged for saying that.
Yeah.
By Drowning Pool. Love that.
No, never heard of it. I was gonna say I don't think it's Metallica because it doesn't ring a bell to me.
No, but it is heavy metal, so you might like it.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should check it out. I think you might like it. Drowning Pool. Yep, Steve. Thank you. Okay. So that's the plan. I think we're going to wrap this up.
And everyone has to subscribe to our YouTube channels, too.
Yeah, you guys should subscribe to our channels if you're not already subscribed. I think most of you are probably subscribed to mine, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah. There's my link.
Yeah, there's Mark's. You should subscribe to his. Maybe if you subscribe to his channel, he'll make some videos.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I need all the encouragement I can get.
All right, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. As always, we appreciate the heck out of it. Mark, I'm going to put you on the spot yet again. Anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
No.
Nope. Okay.
The thing that I always had.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, one of these times you won't ask me, and I'll actually have something that I'll want to say.
Right. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. We will see you next week with whatever photos you want to share with us. And please have a wonderful, safe week. Make sure, especially Ultra MUC, if you're still here hanging with us, tomorrow my new video is the studio tour. So if you've been waiting to see the studio setup and all the crap that I use to make my videos and shoot my photos and stuff, make sure you check my video out tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a great week. Get out there and take some damn photos, and we'll see you guys later.
Night,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody. You know what I should do? Instead of waving like a crazy person, I should actually get the tab open with the stop button and then do this whole close thing. Okay. Bye.